Jammu and Kashmir remains a victim of Pakistan's state-sponsored terrorism. The terror factories in Pakistan and along the Indo-Pak border in POK are continuing training modules and launch pads to push in terrorists in Kashmir. The purpose is to unleash violence in the Union territory at the commands of the Pakistan Army and the ISI. But to their much disappointment, all such plans get thwarted at the hands of Indian security forces who are marching well ahead on their mission of making the valley terrorism-free. A report.
The man in this picture is Saifullah, a Pakistani terrorist who was commanding the Pakistan-based terror group Lashkar-e-Taiba in Kashmir. Involved in 3 major attacks in Kashmir, Saifullah, along with another LAT terrorist, got neutralized in a counter-terrorism operation in Srinagar this week. The operation was launched in Rambagh area of the city, during which terrorists fired upon the forces and got killed in the retaliatory firing.
आज के ऑपरेशन का खास बात यह है कि इसमें लश्कर का टॉप कमांडर सैफुल्ला, जो पाकिस्तान का रहने वाला है, वो मारा गया है। और सैफुल्ला जो ये पिछले एक के बाद एक 3 मेजर अटैक्स में शामिल था।
Jammu and Kashmir has faced decades-long violence perpetrated by Pakistan. To maintain peace and development, the government of India has given a free hand to its security forces to eliminate terrorists operating in the Union territory. In this, the people in Kashmir Valley are also helping the Indian security forces to crack down on terror hideouts, and this has helped in executing a large number of counter-terrorism operations carried out by the Indian security forces in the recent past.
Terrorism in the Kashmir Valley is waning, it is going down. And now, after the revocation of Article 370, even swifter change has come in the Kashmir Valley. The terrorists are not finding the place to carry out their operations as they were earlier able to do. Most importantly, the political support which they were getting is not there. Secondly, because the police was controlled by the political department, by the political heads, regardless of the political party, the terrorists were able to get away. Now the situation has changed. There is no place left for them to hide. And in my view, one of the most important factors which has come in is that the people of Kashmir are saying no to terrorism.
Pakistan is not only instigating violence in the Kashmir Valley, but is continuously violating ceasefire at the line of control. The aim is to help terrorists easily infiltrate into Indian territory and also damage villages along the border. In Poonch district of Jammu and Kashmir, a 40-year-old woman was injured during a cross-border firing by Pakistan this week. Residents settled near the border areas are living in constant fear due to frequent firing along the border from Pakistani side.
In the current dynamics, in the same time, there was an attempt by the Pakistani side to send weapons in the Kiran sector, which were intercepted. It's a huge cache of weapons which were recovered. And even at the ceasefire violation, more than 3,000 ceasefire violations have been done. Each violation of the ceasefire is actually associated with the attempt of infiltration by Pakistan Army and the terrorists.
India has been constantly taking up the issue of Pakistan-aided violence and terrorism at various global forums. In a recently held virtual meeting of the Commonwealth Foreign Ministers, New Delhi not only condemned Islamabad's state-sponsored terrorism, but also slammed it for masquerading as an alleged victim of the menace. Without directly naming Pakistan, India referred to the neighboring country's dubious distinction of becoming synonymous with the phrase epicenter of terrorism and hosting the largest number of terrorists proscribed by the United Nations. Despite all the embarrassment and name-calling at various global forums, Pakistan continues to use terrorism as an instrument of its state policy.